Alright, so it's just a little short and sweet on pew pews here, just to give you some information in case you're new to it, or maybe I've thought about something you haven't thought of, or anything like that. Really, your main point, the biggest thing, is if you have something that goes bang, nobody's sticking around to see what it is. They're looking for the easy stuff. Um, you know, if it hollers bang, they're gone. If you run into somebody who isn't gone when it hollers bang, you're dealing with somebody you don't want to be dealing with. Alright, y'all, Scorpion here. So, I want to go over a few options, things to think about, um, just to be prepared. Maybe something happens, ammo can't be produced, or whatever, and you need to go out here and you need to take care of yourself. So, this is some of the options I have, um, personally, and as I said, it's some. Um, um, but I just wanted to share this with y'all just to give you food for thought, something to think about. As you can see, I'm in my dungeon. Um, so yeah. Um, First off, small varmints, stuff like that. If you need to hunt, just a little, 410 or whatever. Nice to have. Lightweight. You can travel long distances with it. It's not a big deal. All right. Um, and you can hold multiple rounds in your pockets. Um, no real kick. I mean, it kicks, but not like 12 gauge kick. Um, 410s and 12 gauges seem to be common um, amongst folks in the world. So if you happen to run out of ammo, you might could barter for some more, or we can all think about the horrible stuff of you know war or something like that, and you may be able to find some after you've done what you needed to do. Um, so that's like hunting small varmints. 22s, great for it. Pistols, long rifles, stuff like that. It's also good for things like that. And again, you can carry a lot of ammo. So it just depends on how much kick you want, or knockdown, stopping power. So that kind of covers your shotguns. Me personally, 12 gauge is best for home defense, sitting behind the door, because when you're amped up, your accuracy gets cut in half. So as long as you're somewhere close, you're good. That's why I prefer 12 gauge for home defense. If you're not used to being in those situations where you're amped up, your accuracy just goes horrible. You don't believe me, best way to do it is go out there and do like 20 push-ups and run a quarter mile, and then run right straight up to your target, and see what you do then. Um, so this is what I call a brush gun. It's 30-30. This is an old school. It is heavy, okay, but it's great short range. Into the brush and sticks. Don't have to worry about your round going a long ways, anything like that. Good for hunting, bigger game. Again, a common round, easy to find amongst people anyway. Stores, well, But yeah, so this is kind of your short range rifle, something kind of like this. Highly recommended. Then you always have to have something for long range. So this is a 6.5 Creedmoor. Pretty high dollar weapon. Bolt action, because bolt action is always the most accurate. And you shouldn't need to reload fast. So, you know, when you're shooting a mile and a half, I don't need to reload fast. I have nothing, you know, still waiting for, you know, to get down range while I'm reloading. Excellent gun, I'd say. You know, night scope, stuff like that. So, you know, things are taken care of around the clock, 24/7. Now, when we get to talking about close range, having something with you all the time, that kind of thing, there's multiple things to think about, and there's multiple different scenarios of what you may or may not want. So this is the newer Ruger 5.7. It is safe. I checked everything before we started. But yeah, this is the new Ruger 5.7, 20 round mag. The gun weighs nothing, you know. If you got 20 rounds with you, you should be good. But if not, I mean, technically 21 rounds, but you know, each mag is 20 rounds. So if you've got other mags on you or whatever, you know, you're good for a pretty good while. These are, in my opinion, probably one of the most accurate, furthest shooting handgun, pistol, whatever, that you could possibly have. Not the smallest thing in the world, not the easiest to conceal, but, you know, I do have the old version, the FM57. I've got that as well, so I have two pistols or handguns that shoot the same ammo, and there's multiple types of different ammo you can buy for it. Some you can find in the store, and some you may have to do a little bartering or something. These were originally designed, well, the FM57 was originally designed for law enforcement and military use, and it didn't take off in that platform, so it became available to the public. But yeah, do some research on them, and you'll see what they're about. So yeah, there's that. There's plenty of other options. I just wanted to show you a few different things. This right here, even though you can see it's cut down, it's chopped down, they've taken as much weight off as possible. This barrel is massively heavy, the whole front from here forward. Not something I want to go traipsing through the woods with for a long period of time. You know, it's just not, it's not made for that. So those things you need to think about is your versatility, your range, you know, you need to have something kind of for every occasion. And you'll hear this from me again, you should have at least 1,000 for each one that you have in the house. Anything above that, it's target practice and stuff, but that should be your basis, just to have. Again, my opinion. But there's plenty of other platforms. There's 9s, there's 40s, there's 45s, there's 380s, there's 38s, there's, you know, all kinds of stuff out there. Go to a range that allows you to shoot, practice, feel a couple different firearms, stuff like that, to see what suits you best, because you want to be comfortable with it. You should be practicing with it on a regular basis. If you're not comfortable with it, you can't expect it to do what it needs to do. I've had lots of people come to me and they're like, hey, you know, I don't want to carry because I'm scared I'm going to shoot myself while I'm carrying it or whatever. And I'm like, well, why do you get used to it? Just don't leave it loaded. You know, I mean, so if the mag was full and it's like this, it's not loaded, it's not going to fire. You still have to cycle before it's ready to go. So you can start by carrying it like this with nothing. As you get more comfortable, a few months later or whatever, then you can carry it like that. So now at least you have something there if you need it. And then once you're completely comfortable, you carry it ready to go. So that's kind of how you get used to it, because you're going to know if that thing, if you carry it for 3 or 4 months with absolutely nothing in it, if it clicks, you're going to know it. You're going to hear it. It's not going to. Not unless you're doing something seriously wrong. So, just food for thought for people. This is kind of an ambidextrous setup here. It's on both sides. For some of it, I think you can reverse your magazine release here. Slide release is not, though. It's only for right-handed. And most of your pistol type things are made for right-handed. Some of them are ambidextrous. You can find stuff like that. So just think concealment, where you're going to be that day, what you're going to be doing. That can all be different things that really point you in the direction of what you want to carry. If you carry concealed, or you're out on a farm and you're carrying it open, or, you know, I like my 5.7s and stuff like that because they're good varmint pistols. I'm out there cutting hay or whatever, you know, coyote runs out, I can take care of what I need to. So just throwing stuff out there for y'all. Any questions, concerns, want to know something, hit me up, or somebody else in the community. A lot of us know a lot about this stuff. Your 223s or stuff like that. Excellent guns, and lots of people have them. I personally don't have one, but I would recommend that as a platform to have, you know, around the house, just because that's just a common with everybody now. That seems to be the big platform that everybody loves, and there's all these attachments and all this other gadgets and stuff you can do, and people like to go out and, you know, play with them and target practice on the farm and stuff. So anyway, we'll catch y'all next time. Have a good one.